What's up everyone, this is Michael the Entrepreneur coming back with some more entrepreneurial content. If you are thinking about starting, managing, or growing your side hustle or your business, please consider subscribing to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how you can start an LLC in California, and we're going to do that right after the intro. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an entrepreneur. Hey, what? So let me start by saying I am not a lawyer, and I'm especially not your lawyer. So if you are looking for legal advice that is pertaining in particular to your situations or your circumstances, please consider reaching out to your lawyer, your CPA, so they can further advise you. In this video, I'm just going to be talking about my experience because currently right now I actually own an LLC and I'm running my businesses through that LLC. So I just thought, as always, for me to share my experiences with you guys. So starting an LLC is going to be a really important step in your business and the direction of how you want your business to go. So before I even start and I tell you all of the things that you need to know in order to start an LLC in California, I'm just gonna go over 3 questions that you should ask yourself. So the first thing is gonna be, is an LLC right for your business? And the reason why this is the first question is because just because you start a business does not mean that you have to have an LLC. If you're a side hustler and you're not bringing in a lot of income and you're also not in a industry where it's high risk, it's not a big chance that you're gonna get sued, then I don't think you have to start an LLC in order to start your business. But if you are in a business or in an industry where there's a high probability that you are gonna get sued, let's say you are selling products that people consume or topical products, then I do think that you should start an LLC no matter how small your business is. Just think about if it's right for your business. If you wanna know the difference and wanna go into detail and figure out if an LLC or a sole proprietorship is right for your business, please check out the video down in the description. I will also link it up in the cards above. The second question that you should ask yourself before you start an LLC is, how do you want to structure your business? Maybe you're a serial entrepreneur and you have many different ideas and you want all of those ideas to go under that one LLC, so all of your hustles have some protection and you're separating yourself from them. That's for you. Or maybe you want to get into real estate, and one of the biggest practices in real estate is each individual investment property has their own LLC, and there's different ways that you can structure it, but you really want to think about what is the trajectory of your business and your ideas so that you know how to form your LLC, because there's a time and place for everything. You can have a LLC that is the mother company of all of your endeavors. You might have, like I said before with the real estate analogy, you might have different LLCs operating under one LLC. So it's just however you want to structure it, that's what you want to do. And it's important for you to think about that in the beginning so that as you start to hit those goals and start to develop your business as the way you want to, then you're not thinking about it later. You already kind of have, all those ideas. You foreshadowed what you plan on doing. The third thing is going to be timing. The reason why I say timing is in California, there is going to be some financial obligations that you need to take care of. And normally the financial obligations is what deters a lot of people from starting an LLC in California. And that obligation is going to be an $800 franchise tax board fee, and that's regardless of how much money you make in your business. That is a fee that you're gonna have to pay every single year. And there's gonna be different opinions on this. Some people say, hey, you should start your business in a different state where you have less fees and then you just run your business out of California. But through my research, that doesn't really fare too well. It actually doesn't work out the way that you think, because if you have an LLC in one state and then you're running business in another state, you're going to have to eventually pay taxes in 2 states. So that is probably the biggest thing that you want to think about when you are starting your business. So timing is important. To give you an example, when I started SB Performing Arts with my partner, we actually ran the business as a sole proprietorship under my name for 6 months, and we started it in June, and then we ran it all the way to the end of the year, just because we didn't want to have to pay $800 in the franchise tax fee, and we waited to the top of the year. Luckily, nothing happened, but at the top of the year, we actually used the revenue that we created, that we made, and we paid everything towards that. Sorry, my son's crazy. Just so you guys know, I do have my son with me. I'm trying to batch record. Any of you guys who create content, batch recording is a real thing, and right now my son's with me. So if you guys hear him in the background playing and making sounds and being silly, I apologize. Parenthood. So when it comes to timing, you really want to be diligent and know what your plans are, because no matter what, that fee is going to be there. So now let's get into the steps to start your LLC. The first step is going to be thinking of a name. So you want to think of the name that you're going to run your business under, and it's really important for you to know that if you are going to have an LLC, once again, you got to go to the vision of where you want your business to go and how you want your company to be, how you want to structure it. For me, I have Emanating Arts LLC, and that is basically the umbrella LLC of my business. And then over time, I'm going to be developing other business ventures under that. The second step that you need to do is file your articles of organization, and that is going to be what you're going to be submitting to the SOS or the Secretary of State when you are actually submitting your application to start your LLC. So that goes over everything that your business is about. It talks about the members of the business, it talks about the name of the business, it talks about the location, all those different things. It goes over that in the articles of organization. If you want to see the articles of organization or you want to download that form, you can go onto my website at mikeltheentrepreneur.com/resources, and it's there for free download. The next thing that you need to do is you need to choose a registered agent, and a registered agent is the person that is going to be able to accept legal documents on behalf of your LLC. So they're not going to be you, but they could be a family member, they could be, an actual legal lawyer, or there's many different services out there where you pay someone to actually accept documents on your behalf. So the reason why is because the state wants to know that this is the person that they can get in contact if you're sued or if there's something with your application. Anything that happens with your LLC, this is where that information is going to go. So you just need to choose wisely on who you want to actually be that registered agent. If you are a part or you're a co-owner of a LLC, you are considered a member. And then you have managers, so you can actually hire someone to come in and manage your business. That's just up to you. So you have to decide what you want. Do you and your members want to actually manage it, or do you want to have a manager come in and manage your LLC? So you have to decide that early on in the beginning. You can change it, but you want to think about that before you actually start your LLC. It's only right that after we talk about member versus manager management, we talk about creating an operating agreement. And an operating agreement is really important when it comes to your LLC. It doesn't matter if you are a single member LLC or a multi-member LLC, you need to have an operating agreement. What an operating agreement is it's basically, I wouldn't say the bylaws, but it's basically how your business is going to be ran, how the LLC is going to be ran. And in the case that you are sued for whatever reason, they're going to look at your operating agreement. It's kind of like the manual of your business. How are you going to handle things? How are you going to structure the management of money? Is your business going to be managed through the members or through a management company? All these different things are going to be in your operating agreement. And if you are a multi-member LLC or you're forming one, you want to make sure that all of the members acknowledge and are very familiar with this operating agreement. So the next thing that you need to do is you need to file your statement of information. And this is just a document that you're going to receive in the mail. Once you actually get this process going, it's going to come to you. You just fill it out and you send it back. And it's that simple. You do have to do this every 2 years. So it's really important that you stay on top of that. The next thing that you need to do is pay your fees, those dreaded fees that I talked about earlier in this video. And then, like I said, it's an $800 non-negotiable fee that you're gonna have to pay to the Franchise Tax Board. In addition to that, you also have to pay to actually get your articles of organization and your application through. And if you need help, you need a resource that's gonna actually help you stay ahead of the curve, because half of the part of having an LLC is just making sure you are up to date on everything that you need. I do have an affiliate, LegalZoom. They honestly helped me through starting my LLC. I was on the call with them about 2 hours. It cost me a little bit under $200 for me to actually form my LLC, and that's including the actual application cost. So it was amazing, and I knew that it was gonna get done correctly. So if you guys wanna actually use LegalZoom so you have peace of mind that your LLC is formed correctly, please check down in the description below. I will have my link, and yes, it is an affiliate link, but it also helps me create this content for you guys for free so I can continue to do this, which is something that I've grown to really love. It is now a passion of mine. I love making and creating these videos and giving you guys as much help and as much game as I can. If you learned something in this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. Also, give it a thumbs up, and don't be afraid to share this with another entrepreneur. If you guys want me to go over any of these steps in greater detail, please drop a comment down below, let me know, and I have no problem actually giving you guys an in-depth video on whichever topic that you want to discuss. I will see you guys in the next one.